think everyone's feeling pretty good about that one. But I mean, honestly, Unfad's getting knocked out this early. We talked about it early on in
two teams. They have stepped up and demonstrated that, yeah, okay, Darkside only been in one cycle before, and Defy their first time here. Dread, they've
yeah, and we're going back to this map. And Zombie Citadel, we'll have to see who gets this advantage, who gets this first vault win. Because ultimately, I do think it comes down to these vaults. I think as the game progresses, the vault fights become more and more important.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, we all predicted Darkside, but I think it's still going to be really close. I mean, it could still definitely go either way. I think the double light, it's a little bit tougher to play in the 3v3. I don't know what's your opinion on that, Sensoyo, but, you know, especially if one of those lights gets picked, it's really hard for heavy light duo to kind of make a comeback there.
Yeah, well, I do think this is kind of flavors of a little bit of an older meta double light over here with an HML composition. It's very refreshing to see this, but we do see Miro grabbing this vault and rotating early. Defy's gonna be hot in their tails though. Kusanagi just finding that reset. Double light, you never know where they could be sneaking around with their invis.
Yep, for sure. And look at Miro. I mean, this team is so fast. This is kind of how they got through that cash out, it seems like, too. They're just so fast on the pacing, so fast to prioritize that plug, get it in as early as possible so they can start setting up on that. And then we got Defy going to go ahead and use that jump pad to get up to that top floor, but peeks right in front of Miro and Recobs there. Defnox is going to end up going down. Boom taking lots of damage as well. He's going to have to back up, and Nomad gets dropped on. Boom's going to turn it around and take out Miro. But now it's only Recobs and Kusanagi actually ended up turning on him, though. Boom's going to go down. Darkside holding on to it.
Yeah, I mean, Defy now is in a little bit of a tricky situation. They do have to spawn back in, and everyone has played this cash out so many times. They know exactly where they could be spawning in. And with these range options, with these two lights, it's going to be a tricky rotation in. We'll have to see. They do spawn over in that building, that arcade area, but that laundromat, gonna have to make their rotation over with that gateway.
Yeah, trying to make it over there. Darkside still in control, kind of holding that high ground there. Boom gets peeked a little bit by Miro. Back off. Knows kind of where they're sitting, at least where Miro is sitting now. Sonar grenade not really connected. Actually, it looks like it connected onto one person there. Now just kind of hit Kusanagi. Boom. Takes some damage again. Look at how Darkside is kind of triangled up here. I mean, they're taking like literally every angle and playing that double light really well. Miro is getting jumped on though by Nox. Boom ends up finding Kusanagi. Barely makes it away with only 1 HP. Dome Shield's going to get glitched off there.
Boom goes down.
Now, yep. Here comes a big RPG. Nox ends up going down. Nomad, last one alive. Not able to make it out. And Darkside's going to be taking the first box.
Yeah, I mean, Defy's going to have to figure something out. It's not looking good for them. I don't know if they can manage this double invis composition. I mean, they're just doing so well. They need to find one of these lights off guard, but it's a little bit easier to say than actually putting into practice here. With Vault 2 spawning back in and Darkside in control of the map, Defy needs to find something, like I said.
Yeah, Darkside, they're just moving so fast. It's just hard for Defy to kind of keep up, and that's how you have to play with that double light. Here comes Defy up now, backing in, ready to go. Sonar nades, pinging where Nomad is. So he's going to have to slow down a little bit, going back into Invis. Boom, trying to chase down Miro. Miro ends up getting away. Sonar nade coming out from Nomad there, doesn't get any pings. So far, they really only know where Miro is, and they're really trying to make sure he doesn't get away, but they're running right into the other two. Kusanagi ends up going down, though. So does Miro. Nox just barely making it out of that fight with 1 HP. Recobs, though, he was just kind of moving the box. Looks like he's going to keep going with it. I don't know if he's going to throw it away, Sensoyo, or if he's going to keep going for the plug, but he's still heading towards that cash out.
Yeah, he's bringing it closer and closer. We'll have to see. I mean, he does end up dropping a little bit, holding it in about that room, but 7 seconds left, basically, for a full Darkside squad to be back up to see how quickly the pressure comes in. But We saw right there, we saw Defy finally get a pick and open things up in these fights. They were able to snowball. It's all about that first pick. I feel like when you play this double light heavy composition, you have to find it one pick and the whole team kind of collapses from there. But very important to stay together potentially with that medium heavy combo on the side of Defy and take your advantages when you see them.
Yeah, RPG coming out from Boom there just kind of grazes Miro a little bit, but forces him to back off, knowing now that there's at least one of them hiding up on top of that staircase. It's kind of interesting to me how Nox plays so far away from his heavy, and they have Nomad playing on him instead there. But we'll see how that plays out. They're going to go ahead and shoot off that C4.
Yeah, I do think having that med playing away is very, very strong, but it is volatile, like you're saying, because with this level light composition, you could be taken out, but Nomad finds the pick on Recogs, and now Darkside is going to be on the back foot, a glitch going out, but he does get that dome out. Boom, finds the damage, but it's a 1v1 right now. It could be going anyway, and RPG goes out. He trades out his life, and Kusanagi taking out DefNox is just going to be last one up, and Kusanagi clutching up on the side of Darkside, and this could be lights out for Defy here.
Yeah, I mean, they are not going to have a lot of time at all to push into this. They're going to have to go in as fast as possible as Miro swaps this over into their hands now. Kusanagi's getting that last res up onto Recobs there. And here we go. Defy coming in right now. It's going to be really close.
Yeah, this is going to have to be a last-second attempt over on this box with gas on it. There's not going to be much time. How do you even make this attempt? I don't think there's much goo that you can place down to get this. You need to find a pick, hop on the box basically immediately, but without that pick, things are looking pretty dangerous. They are on it in time with full protection. They do find the pick on the entire team, and down goes Defy. Up goes Darkside, taking this match on the Zombie Citadel. Darkside.
Yeah, Darkside proven to everybody, can't be counted out yet, making their way back up into that other bracket, and with a really strong showing as well too. I mean, a lot of people were kind of counting them out just because of that double light heavy comp. A lot of people were saying, you know, it's kind of like playing the game on hard mode, especially right now with all the KSs being so, like, I like the word you used, volatile there, but they're playing it really well.
Yeah, exactly. Hyper, what do you think about that one? Talk us through, because, I mean, Darkside showed that they have the light as well.
Yeah, it definitely was a case of Darkside didn't let a single moment for Defy to defy their case. It was just a domination is the simple term. Defy, when they had their moments, they had their attacks, it just fell apart very quickly. Usually from both the lights giving a lot of damage to light era, but nonetheless, a completed first stage, ladies and gentlemen. We have concluded. All 16 teams have played. A little banger coming up, right?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be absolutely crazy again here, and now kind of goes into just one cash out